Hello, I'm Ethan, and this is Anna, and this is Noah.
We are doing a Busch Gardens Williamsburg review.
Busch Gardens Williamsburg is our home park in Williamsburg, Virginia, and we go...
It's the better of the home parks.
What?
I said it's the better of the home parks.
Yeah,
Obviously, the home park is Chase
parks,
Dominion, which is no bueno compared to BGW.
Busch Gardens is more focused on quality, whereas Kings Dominion is more focused on quantity. After all, Busch Gardens is the world's most beautiful theme park.
33 years.
33 years straight.
As of today.
And this is our ultimate review.
Basically, we're going to do the roller coasters because we are enthusiasts.
We are big time enthusiasts.
So, basically, we're going to go from worst to best, like we do in every single video, except for the Six Flags America video. Even though that one was kind of short, the part was kind of crappy besides the roller coasters. It's Six Flags. So, basically, we are going to be starting
with bottom tier.
the Rover's Alpine Express. No.
This is the
This should be
coaster.
torn down. Actually, no, it shouldn't be. But it's a kiddie coaster. So, for us, nope.
Honestly, most
We cannot
enthusiasts
have that.
ride it just for the credit. It's made by Zero, opened in 2009, and it's like 24 feet tall, so it's a good kids coaster. I think that's the smallest coaster should be.
And guess what? It has a pink color scheme.
Ooh.
No, bottom tier. Definitely bottom tier. If you are an enthusiast, get the credit, and then, like, at the last part of that day, this is the one ride that you would be like, I didn't ride that. Who cares? So, Next ride we are going to be talking about is Invader.
This is the park's family GCI wooden coaster that opened in 2017.
That gave me a headache. I'm going to have ADHD if I, like, not ADHD.
PTSD?
Whatever. PTSD, yes, thank you. I'm going to have that if I keep talking about this. So let's just say rough, bumpy. You might not care if you miss the credit. This is like also bottom tier with Grovers. Because you might wanna miss out on this. Like, this is one of those rides that you're okay with missing out. Because
this ride is more bumpy than rough. It's not terribly rough. The drop is decent, especially in the back, but the rest is kind of.
But it still gives me a headache.
standards.
I'm going to die if I think about that. PTSD. PTSD. Okay.
Oh no. Anyway, let's move
Next
on.
one. These are now the start of the actually really good
This
rides.
is the mid tier. Yeah, Busch Gardens doesn't really have that many bad rides.
We're skipping the
What about
mid-tier.
Dark Coaster?
Well, Dark Coaster's mid-tier.
Yeah,
But,
Dark Coaster's in the mid-tier.
Dark Coaster, it's like okay. The launches are pretty decent for what it is, and I want to say it's a family coaster because dark and family do not go well together.
Yeah, also like because it's too.
It does seem like on the milder side for you, Ethan, because like this is perfect for you, and so it's a fun family coaster thing, nothing too crazy because you wouldn't expect much from it. Still made by Intamin though, so
very punchy
SeaWorld
launches.
pretty much works with anybody. Like, I'm not kidding. They would if someone said work with someone you haven't. SeaWorld would be like, are you kidding me? We've worked with pretty much everybody right now. But so anyhow, got a little off topic, but Dark Coaster is like a fun-fledged family coaster. It's not too crazy for the enthusiast, so we're gonna put that in the mid tier.
Yeah. Also, it's a bit scary, so I can see how it being in the dark and having like all the skeletons and stuff could be scary for kids. But the thing is, it's not like super thrilling for enthusiasts either. So it's kind of like they're in this weird middle ground, and the theming, it's not great.
It's for the growing enthusiast.
Definitely.
Although I do like the castle at the front.
Theming's not great, but it did replace Curse of Dark Castle, which closed in 2017.
Now we were moving on to like the actually really good rides that you definitely should do. We're gonna start off with Loch Ness Monster. You've probably heard of this. When it opened, it was the world's tallest, fastest, steepest, and as of today, it is the first ever and only coaster ever to feature interlocking loops. There were some, but they closed. So, as of right now, this is the only coaster in the world to have interlocking loops, and it is the first ever to have interlocking loops. But even so, this ride is still great. It's very old, which that might sell it for you not to ride this. Ride this, please do. You have to get back row, otherwise it's not going to be a good experience. We did front row once, and it just killed my brain.
Yeah, the drop in the back row is good.
My brain was ricocheting so much in my skull that I felt like that I was getting turned into a ping pong ball.
Yeah, so Loch Ness opened
very good
in 1978 and was built by Aerodynamics, and over the 2024 off season, it was retracked by Premier Rides. They retracked about 1,000 feet of it, and they added some new theming elements. So me and Noah rode Loch Ness Monster a couple weeks ago, and the back row, it was awesome. It was totally smoothed out, but the front row, he's right. The front row was bumpy on the airtime.
On the back row was...
That's insane. You have to go back row.
That is mental. When you get on that and go back row, the drop is absolutely crazy. And then the interlocking loops, nothing special. There are tight, but like nothing special. But the drop says pretty much everything. Also, the interlocking loops are good. I've already said that.
Awesome.
The tunnel's cool theming. It's nothing too crazy.
Yeah, it's like a cool screen.
Yeah, but spoiler alert. Forget I said, or she said it. Forget she said anything. Okay, people who haven't ridden this run. Okay,
we won't spoil some other coasters.
For Bolton.
Oh wait, first we should do 10 minutes because people
Spoil. Okay, yeah. Spoiler, real quick. Skip ahead in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for Bolton, there's a drop track, and it is crazy. The drop track on this ride is crazy. That's all I'm gonna say about it because for the spoiler people, they probably have skipped ahead. Let's just say the drop track on this ride with the combination of the good restraints that like don't staple you at all, you are going to get ejected out of your seat so much. It's so good. Like, good job. So,
yeah, it's awesome. It has this awesome voiceover too. Auf Wiedersehen! Like all these this cool German voice.
She's memorized the whole thing, but we're gonna run out of storage.
Boarding guests, please sit carefully in the seats. Yeah. Anyway.
You get serious ejector on some parts of it, like the drop, and the launches aren't too bad. Like they're not too good, but the launches are actually pretty decent for what it is. And the theming, yes, the theming is really good on this ride.
It's like Universal Disney level theming.
I always I always will have these classic memories of the GP getting the pretzels before we eat, and us just riding for Bolton while we do that. That is just so good.
There's this delicious pretzel shop right outside for Bolton, so our families would go eat pretzels, and me and Noah would just marathon it.
But Bolton is like just super cool. It's super fun. Definitely ride this. And so, for our next coaster, Tempesto. So Tempesto, people hate on the Skyrocket 2 clones. I think they hate on it too much. These ones are just fun. Like, I get that they're everywhere, but like, so are RMCs.
Yeah, people hate on it because
everybody loves RMCs. Yeah,
because it's a clone and because of the comfort colors. I have to admit, getting into and out of those trains is a battle. You have to like lift it with the seatbelts and then sit down, put the comfort colors on. Like, it's a big mess. Once you're on, it's a decent ride. The launches aren't great since it's premiere.
The only thing that like makes this ride like worth it is the Heartline roll.
That's the inline twist is
hang time.
Awesome.
10 out of 10. 11 out of 10 if there were actually a thing for the Heartline roll, because that thing gives you so much hang time, even with the comfort color restraints.
Yeah.
But there's not much to say because you probably heard a lot about that because it's a clone. Next we get the big four with Apollo's, Alpengeist, Griffin, and Pantheon.
So in fourth place, this is one of my least favorite, Alpengeist. I'm not a big fan of B&M inverts because it's just a bunch of positive G's and there's not much airtime with them, so they don't really do much for me. Alpengeist is a very wicked coaster.
Better ones.
It's the tallest full circuit invert at 195 feet. Just make it a hybrid Busch Gardens. Why didn't they just make it 200 feet?
Probably
I don't know why.
But so basically, anyhow, Alpengeist, if you like B&M inverts, definitely ride this ride. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but still does a lot.
It's awesome. The Cobra Roll. I'm sure you all have heard of the Cobra Roll.
You get thrown around. Like, you literally become ragdolls on the Cobra Roll.
Oh yeah, you're like minions.
It's very intense. The first half, your face is going to just get ripped off. Like, it's very intense. Front row, you get the blood rush. Back row, you get the snacks.
The whip.
And every element hits on this ride, which is good because that's what you want for a roller coaster. And it is a very cool invert. It's a novelty because it's so big. But if the rumors for a hyper hybrid are true, they might scrap this ride. But yeah.
What? I'm sorry. That would be awesome.
Alpengeist is a fun ride. Definitely ride it. It's very intense. Every element hits, and that's what you can all ask for an invert. So number 3, I think we're gonna go with Apollo Sherry here. This is the first ever hypercoaster, opened in
B&M's
1999.
first hypercoaster.
And so when we were in GP, the airtime on this ride hit so hard.
Yeah,
The floater airtime on this ride and any other hypercoaster, it just hits so good. It's so good. Like, it kind of died off since we've ridden this so much, but like when it had that airtime, it was just wow. It was so good, and I love it for that. And definitely ride that because it's a B&M Hyper. Obviously, everybody loves B&M Hypers, but ride it because great floater airtime, and it kind of packs the positives on the Helix, not too much, but like it does have some, but like the airtime is what makes this ride. So ride that because you are going to like it, trust me.
Yeah, this coaster is the first coaster you see when you go into Busch Gardens. So, like, you turn the corner and you just see a huge Apollo's Chariot just like sprawling out. And the thing is, you can barely see it in the park and it's behind trees. This was the coaster that got me into roller coasters. So I have like a huge history with this ride, and I'm very grateful for it. Special love.
Special love. We don't want to make this video too long, so jumping straight into the next one.
Number 2 is
Griffin.
This coaster.
I have not ridden much dive coasters, but this ride is crazy. It's so good. The drop on this ride, like
yes,
nothing else. It's like nothing else. The drop, it's so nerve-wracking. Just up there, front row, like edge seat.
Front row edge seat. You were hanging.
Front row edge
205
seat.
feet.
You are literally feeling like you're going to flag seat, and when you finally release, you go like what? You just
awesome.
Drop and you fall into your restraint and you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to fly. And then you don't. And then you realize, that was amazing.
Yeah, you're going so fast at the bottom of that drop is getting momentum.
Not everything, there's not much special about the ride besides the drop. Like, the drop makes this ride. Definitely ride it for the drop. Front row edge seat if you can. If you can't, just get front row. It doesn't matter. Yeah, dive coasters are known as one-trick ponies because of their big drops in the holding brake that makes everyone go and everyone's in awe. So that's what it specializes in. Drop hits, and then everybody loves it. So
yeah. Now I've been on.
You've probably heard a lot of hate from dive coasters. I'm just going to say for enthusiasts, stop hating on these. These are very fun rides.
They are fun.
If you try to enjoy it, then I think that you will like it a lot more. Don't hate on them because they're everywhere. That's what happens when it's a good ride. So Griffin's very good. The drop makes it. And for our top tier ride here, number one. Pantheon.
I'm sure you couldn't guess. Pantheon.
You've probably heard a lot about it, but it got overshadowed by Iron Gwazi, which is pretty sad because this is a great, fantastic ride.
It was supposed to open in 2020, but it got overshadowed by Velocicoaster and Iron Gwazi. But the thing is, it gets so much hate because it opened late. It has a maximum height requirement of 76 inches. It closes in high winds, and it has no theming. Everyone hates that. Just appreciate the ride for what it is because it's really amazing if you look at it.
The bunny hill. Second time you hit the bunny hill. Third time you hit the bunny hill. It is crazy. The airtime on that bunny hill rivals RMC. I know that is a bold statement, but with the new gen restraints, you are going to literally be sent to the ozone.
We're leaving in 10 minutes.
We have to go soon.
Yeah, last thing, if I had any advice to give you, it would be to ride Pantheon in the back row because you get the full whip off the drop, and on the spike, you are sent into outer space. Just like
guys, every element pops on this ride.
Yep.
And
Outer Bank, stall,
Outer Bank, stall. Yeah, the top hat, great spike, great.
Airtime Hill, Zero
Launches aren't the best, but everything else makes it.
But
everything else makes up for it. So yeah. So definitely, this is a must ride at Busch Gardens.
Yeah.
And so that's gonna about wrap up the video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content.
Visit Busch Gardens and comment down below what your favorite rides are and if you've ever been and if you're going soon.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoy BGW because this is a very underrated park and it's one of the best in America probably.
It's awesome.
So thank you guys for watching and
we'll see you all next time.
I will see you in the next video.